Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing all right. I hope you're doing great. And yeah, today I'll be talking about directions and dynamics. So what do I mean by directions and dynamics? Well, if you remember in the previous video, I talked about shapes and forms and mixing shapes. You would have already seen that some of the shapes and drawings I've drawn, they have angles and directions to them. For example, the cylinder or tube, it's looking this way, right? And if I draw it again this way, it clearly looks that way, right? So this is what I mean. Directions, these are the directions. And dynamics is when you make an object or a drawing look like it's moving. So for example, like this. It looks like it's moving fast, or this box or paper is flying like that way. Or for example, if there's a ball that is static and it's just staying there, if I make it look dynamic, it would look something like this, oval, because it's flying in the air, fast, right? Like if someone kicks a soccer ball, it would look something like this. So what I have for today, I prepared, are these Loomis heads, as they're called, Loomis. And you can clearly see just from the lines without any facial features that this one is looking to here, this one's looking a bit towards us, this one's looking right at us, this one's looking away to the right, and this one's looking to the right, exactly. So how do we do this, and how do we start applying them in our drawings, and how do we practice them? Well, first let's start with a simple shape and form, because that's always the best place to start, for me at least. So if I draw a rectangle, right? Right now it looks like a rectangle, but how do we give this a form? I want to give it a good form so that we can demonstrate. So let's say it's a cylinder, okay? If you can imagine, this is the cylinder, this is the front, it's looking here. So we'll practice using a cylinder now. So if a cylinder is looking exactly this way, like this, if you've seen a paper towel or a tissue paper, tissue roll, or a cylindrical object, and if you turn it exactly to the left or to the right, flatwise, it will look exactly like this, right? You would not see this round shape, surface. But as we gradually turn the cylinder, like this one, it would look like this. And now we can see a bit of the round surface here because we've turned it. And when we turn it to face us, exactly, it would look pretty much round because now this surface is here. We're looking at it directly at the surface, and the whole body, these are being covered. Then as we turn it to look this way, same as this one right here, same as that. Look like that, and then back again to being a rectangle. So this is what I mean by directions. Let's try another example. To make things easier and to see where the angle is and where the direction is, we can add horizontal and vertical lines. So like I did here with the Loomis, if I have a ball, okay, if I give it a vertical line and a horizontal line, you can now see that it looks like this helps us see the angle and direction of the object. So if I want the ball to look this way, I would draw the line curved towards that direction that I want. And this is the vertical line, this is the horizontal line. And now you can clearly tell it's facing this way. And lastly, if I want to try to do upwards like that to the right, I would just draw the line facing or curving towards that direction, and this is the vertical line. And this is the horizontal line. The ball looks like it's facing that way. So what about dynamics? Well, like I said, dynamics is giving a shape or an object a feeling of movement. And it's not static, it's not standing still, it's not just sitting there. So like with the ball, if the ball is just there and not moving, it would be a perfectly round ball. But let's say if someone kicks the ball, I stretch the ball, so now it's oval, giving it dynamic. Now it looks more alive. Let's try with a paper. If a paper is flying or is being moved, right? I stretch it. Or it's being blown by the wind. Here's a good example. Let's say we're drawing a flag. Okay? Here's the pole. So this is just a normal flag. I'm pretty sure we've all drawn flags like this. Let's say there's a star in here. Right now, this is a good looking flag, but it doesn't look dynamic. It doesn't feel like it's waving. It doesn't feel like it's waving. It doesn't feel like it's moving. It's just flat. So if I want to give it dynamic and make it more alive, well, you draw the pole, and instead of drawing straight line, draw it wavy, like this. And now it looks like it's waving, right? Another dynamic example is, for example, flowers. Right now, this is a static flower. It looks flat. It's not moving. It doesn't feel alive because the stem is just standing. And yes, you can say some flowers are like this, but most of them, if not all of them, are not like this. So to give it life and to make it look dynamic, we always bend the stem. Always do that. You can even bend it even further, like so. And you can also add lines. When you do like sharp lines like this, it always indicates that something's moving. Like maybe there's a strong wind. Well guys, I hope you found this video helpful and entertaining, and hopefully you've learned something out of this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.